Hi, hello, and good afternoon, and welcome. Daniel Jugenis here, coming to you from London, the United Kingdom. I trust you are all well and safe and taking care of yourselves and each other at a distance, I do hope. Not a great deal to really discuss today, really. My brother, as I mentioned in the previous entry, has been hospitalized, not because of COVID-19, the coronavirus, but more due to complications from diabetes. Excuse me. I do believe that he hasn't been looking after himself, and I'm a little bit worried about him, more so because the hospital where he is a 30-minute bus ride from where I live. Unfortunately, I can't visit. Hospital isn't allowing visitors due to the pandemic crisis. So I'm a little bit stressed, and I'm or clearly upset, but very worried and concerned about my brother because he's so near yet so far. I can't visit him. All I can do is liaise with my older sister who's stateside, and my niece, his daughter, who's also based here in London, who's had the closer contact with him, clearly because she's his pretty much his next of kin. So I'm really kind of relying on her to tell me what's going on, and even she, as his daughter, cannot visit him in hospital. So it's all very distressing for me personally, and I'm sure it is for her. I haven't spoken to her for a couple of days, so I'm going to contact her and see what's going on. But as I said, it's a very distressing time for me personally. I'm not going to lose him. I'm just really worried that he had diabetes. It runs in the family on my mother's side because my mother has it, and my dear aunt, her sister, had it and died some years ago from it. So it's quite baffling in that I didn't know that he had this condition. I'm a borderline case, and I kind of exercise and eat the right foods. I mean, right foods I can still eat, but the thing is, because of this lockdown, I'm not really getting out to take my regular long walks. I mean, when I could afford a gym membership, I was in the gym nearly every day, working out, cardiovascular, pumping weights, whatever, and keeping it back. So it does concern me on a personal level as well as for my brother because what I've been hearing doesn't sound like my brother. He doesn't really want to do anything. I mean, he hurt his back and he can't really do anything. He can't drive. So he's kind of stuck in one place, and that may have got him depressed, and he hasn't been looking after himself. This is all speculation and conjecture on my part. It's just little things I've heard, but until I actually see him and speak to him, I really won't know what the full story is. So that is what I wanted to kind of update you with and let you know what's going on. I was up all night, I just couldn't sleep. He's my brother, he's my older brother, and, I do love him. But we haven't been talking as much as we should have. Wherever he's, well, I don't even know where he lives, but he's somewhere about within a 10-mile radius of where I am at least. And it takes my older sister, who's like over 3,000 miles away in New York State, to actually tell me that my brother, who lives in the same city as me, is actually ill. And you kind of wonder, sometimes just what the hell is going on, and you may even wonder that yourself. I wish I could give you an answer, but I mean, me personally, I'm not very good at keeping in contact with people, particularly if there isn't kind of like the feedback there. I used to call my brother, and he had a policy, an unwritten policy, that he didn't call anybody. If people wanted to call him, they called him. But I called him a few weeks ago, just before this whole COVID-19 thing, broke loose, like a bat out of hell. and we had a conversation, and he never mentioned anything about his condition to me at all. But the fact that he actually returned my call should have been an indicator that all was not well. But there you go. One lives, one learns as they live. So I'm learning. I'm still learning. So that's where I am today. So I just really wanted I just wanted to share that with you, and you know, kind of leave things there for today. Anyway, I don't normally do a a video on weekends, but if things do change, then I probably will do one. Failing that, I will be talking to you again on Monday, all being well. So until then, take care of yourselves, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and most of all, stay safe in these very, very strange times. Okay, so have a good one. Talk to you soon. Goodbye for now.